right, guys. Coach Miller here. Coach, what a first-round playoff matchup. You guys had to come up big late in this game. They did. Take us through what just happened.
First and foremost, unbelievable. God is good. Our team, they fought together. They leaned on each other. And I'm just completely proud of everybody on this team, including community. It's been a community win, coaches win. Proud of this young man right here behind us. They had faith.
You know, people are going to talk about Johnson, Hawkins. There was so many more moving parts to this victory. Talk about the other guys for you guys tonight.
You know, it was a team effort from the offensive line, defensive line, secondary. I mean, it's an overall team win, coaching staff included, and we're proud and to be playing another week. And so now we just got to learn from this. We made mistakes tonight, but they believed in each other and keep playing Jaguar football.
Coach, congratulations throughout the rest of the playoffs. Congratulations tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right, guys.
Now it's time for John Wayne, player of the game.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about Hawkins, the Johnson brothers. You guys played great. There was a lot of big team efforts. Talk about this team win for the Johnson Jaguars.
It was a good team win, great team win. You know, we were good on all phases of the ball, offense, defense, special teams. You know, we just came together, worked, and we had a good week at practice, so we just prepared for this.
You can't do what you do without the play of your offensive line. Talk about the play of the big guys up front.
They play a super big role. They open holes all night. I could just, you could drive a truck through them. It was good.
Well, you had a tremendous performance. Congratulations. You're a John Wayne Service Company player of the game. Bubba Johnson, there you go, my friend. Try that head on, my friend.
All right, there you have it. Bubba Johnson, our player of the game, 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, and the game-winning catch. And that will do it here from Heroes Stadium. A great one, a classic. As we thank the folks at KSAT, Ashley Parker, the GM, and the entire staff there as Johnson wins it 36-31 for Gabe Farias and Andy Skelton. I'm Bobby Stotzenberger saying good night. The Nightbeat is next.
Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
What an exciting game. Well, how about an exciting weekend, at least weather-wise? A lot going on. Meteorologist Mia Montgomery joins me now. Mia, we know it's going to rain, but you've moved up the timeline a little bit.
We have just a little bit. Yep. So the second round of rain is expected to work in on Sunday. Now it's looking like Sunday afternoon. So this weekend, yes, you're going to want the umbrella, especially by the back half of the weekend's plans, but also the jacket. First, here's a look at your Veterans Day tomorrow. Notice, yes, it is going to be chilly. Low 50s expected first thing in the morning. We're just reaching the low 60s in the afternoon and an isolated chance for a few showers. But as we look ahead to Sunday night, and Monday, that's when we're expecting an area of low pressure to move in from the west, and that looks to spark up more widespread coverage of some rain across south central Texas as early as Sunday afternoon for us here in San Antonio. So just how much rain could we see? Well, we'll talk about that, plus get you the latest version of Futurecast coming up in just a few, Steve.
Thank you, Mia. Roughly 160,000 veterans call Bexar County home. Tomorrow morning, many of them will line up along Houston Street for the 2023 Veterans Day Parade. But as the Night Team's Patty Santos tells us, the event, attended by thousands, started with just a handful of people.
November 18, 2000, the first official Veterans Day Parade that almost didn't happen.
San Antonio weather, 32 degrees. It was sleeting. It was raining. It was very, very windy.
Delia Guajardo was stabbed a year earlier to gather the community around veterans. Her husband was Army veteran Israel Roy Guajardo Sr.
The first Veterans Day Parade, how many people, how long was the route? How many people do you think came out on that cold day?
Attendance-wise, we had possibly 20.
Antonio Bustamante and J.R. Garza among the handful of organizers leading the charge to give veterans the honor they deserve.
It was a small group, but it was still a parade for us.
There was no Military City USA. We were the ones that began Military City USA. And then, of course, the mayor officially gave us that title.
Led by passion and undeterred by the small first crowd, they proudly look back at what they built.
We've done our share. Now it's time for the younger generation, the next generation, to take over.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you to all the veterans out there. Now, to celebrate Veterans Day, stores and restaurants all over the Alamo City offering special discounts. For a full list of those discounts, just find the article on our website, KSAT.com. How about some traffic headaches now? Work on the Loop 1604 North expansion project started back up about an hour ago. It will wrap up around 5 Sunday afternoon. You can expect closures on the main lanes of Loop 1604 between the Northwest Military Highway and Lock Hill Selma ramps, as well as between the Vance Jackson and Bitters Road ramps. The I-10 westbound exit ramp to Loop 1604 West and the I-10 eastbound Cloverleaf exit to Loop 1604 East will also have closures. More complete breakdown of the traffic on our website right now on KSAT.com. For months, we have told you about San Antonio ISD's, SAISD's plan to close some of their schools. The district has held several public meetings about those potential closures where students, parents, and teachers all voiced their concern over that plan. Well, 3 days before the district goes to vote on that final plan, they're announcing some changes tonight. Collins Garden, Pershing, Ogden, and Riverside Park elementary schools were originally planned to close down. That decision has now apparently been reversed and they will stay open. Ogden Elementary will also now share a campus with Rodriguez Montessori Elementary School, while Riverside Park will welcome students from Green Elementary School, which is set to be included in the district's closures. That SAISD board meeting to decide the fate of those schools at 5:30 Monday evening. It's important to note this plan is an all or nothing deal. The entire right-sizing plan must be approved or the entire plan falls through. A Medina County judge must complete 5 hours of state-mandated sexual harassment training after sending an inappropriate text to a female staffer. Records obtained by KSAT Investigate show Precinct 3 Justice of the Peace Clyde Bubba House was ordered to go through sexual harassment training last month after he texted a female employee, quote, "Sometimes I have naughty thoughts about you," end quote. That woman filed a complaint with the Medina County HR department the very same day. When confronted about the message by HR and an assistant DA, House told them it was, quote, "the way she dresses," end quote. House did not respond when reached for comment on this incident. 13 constitutional amendments passed this week after the election in Texas. Now the question becomes, what happens next? For farmers, we're going to talk about Proposition 1, or what some are calling the right to farm. It's top of mind. The Night Team's Avery Everett joins us now to break down what this means for families across South Central Texas. Avery.
Well, Steve, farming obviously is linked to food, what's available and how much it's going to cost at the grocery store. The past couple of years, we've seen continued drought across South Central Texas. This map shows you that bullseye of those dry conditions from back in September. So I'm going to switch it to this week now. And we're going to show you that some of that red is actually starting to disappear across South Central Texas. And that Proposition 1 that passed this week will help with additional industry protections. That's what some supporters are hoping. So Proposition 1 reads that the constitutional amendment protecting the right to engage in farming, ranching, timber protection, horticulture, and wildlife management, municipalities will now have to provide, quote, clear and convincing evidence that additional regulations are needed to protect the public from potential dangers. Supporters say this is a step for securing food sources across Texas, while opponents say it could hurt small farms.
We need some protections for agriculture, the folks that are still producing that food and fiber, so that they can continue to do it.
And small farmers are often neighbors of huge operations. And so if we give blank checks to large operations to harm their communities, first of all, they're harming their communities.
Now, this is just one of the 13 constitutional amendments that passed earlier this week in the election. It could be days before this vote for these propositions and the other ones are finalized through the state. Until then, you can find a complete breakdown of those 13 propositions that passed and the one that didn't on our website right now on KSAT.com. Just scan that QR code on your screen. Steve?
Thank you, Avery. Governor Greg Abbott signing a bill banning COVID-19 vaccine mandates by private employers into law. Senate Bill 7 passed by Texas lawmakers over the third special session. One of the only issues during that session's agenda that actually ended up being addressed. Private employers can no longer require employees and contractors to be vaccinated against COVID as a condition of employment. The law also gives way to the Texas Workforce Commission to investigate employee complaints of employers discriminating against them for not being vaccinated. A string of dog attacks in San Antonio impacting adoptions. The Converse Animal Shelter says it's noticed American Staffordshire Terriers, known as pit bulls, are often getting overlooked. ACS says the breed is tied to several dog attacks. On Wednesday, police say 2 of those dogs from that breed attacked a man on the west side. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. A lot of people say it's the owners, not the breed, that's the problem. The community and teammates of a 6-year-old boy with leukemia are stepping up to the plate to help. His story and how you can help too. Next on the Night Beat. A baseball champion forced off the field by a devastating leukemia diagnosis. 6-year-old Jay Ronhill's life changed in a matter of months, but his team and the community coming together to help Jay fight and make a difference.
Oh, there you go! Woo!
He knew his team was in a tournament, and he woke up that morning. He goes, "Let's go. We got to go. My team needs me." And, that broke me and my wife's heart the most.
Jay Ronhill may be ready to play, but his dad says it's the leukemia diagnosis he got last month, keeping the 6-year-old on the sidelines for now.
Due to his immune system and, him having a port that's implanted in him, he can't do things right now. But it shows to us that, he's a strong kid, that he still wants to go out there and compete against other kids.
This was Jay just a few months ago, helping his team Texas Elite win the Pony League World Series in Louisiana. Now he's trying to rally through unexpected health challenges.
Yeah, Jay, good job!
And he said, no kid should go through this. And we told him, no kid should go through this. It sucks. It sucks because you don't want to see your kids in that type of pain.
Jay may not be on the field right now, but he is far from forgotten by his teammates. The Southwest Pony League will host a charity baseball tournament and plate sale for Jay this Saturday, along with a blood drive to help the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center.
At the end of the day, it's bigger than baseball. That's what we've been telling people. We appreciate it, but it's a bigger fight.
It's way bigger than baseball. Jay's dad says he's making strides. If you'd like to help Jay's family, you're invited to the Southwest Pony League fields on Saturday. The charity baseball tournament, it's going to start at 8 a.m., followed by the blood drive at 9. Lunch plates will be available sometime afternoon, and those will be available until they sell out. You can find all the information right now at KSAT.com. Jay, we're with you. Live cam right now, 57 degrees out there. The cool has set in.
Yeah.
When's the next batch of rain coming our way, Mia?
So just isolated tomorrow and really to start off Sunday here in San Antonio. But it's Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, and into early Monday. We are definitely going to want to keep the umbrella handy and take it easy on the roadways because our next widespread chance for rain looks to move into south central Texas. You can see temperatures this weekend. Yes, because of the cooler air in place, but also because of the added cloud cover, which will stick around over the next several days. They're going to be on the cooler side. Low 50s expected in the morning, near 61 tomorrow afternoon. But because of the widespread rain moving in on Sunday, we actually may struggle to break out of the upper 50s. So let's talk all about it. Starting off, though, with a look at your authority radar right now here in San Antonio. We had a few sprinkles noted right near Medina Lake about an hour ago. That has since fizzled out. Most of us still quiet, but off to our southwest, a few more light showers trying to take shape just to the west of Pearsall. That's slowly working its way farther up to the north and the east, and just a few more sprinkles off in Edwards County near Rock Springs. So I think for the most part, overnight tonight, coverage is going to be pretty limited, and that's still going to be the case yet again for your Veterans Day tomorrow. This is 7 a.m. Yes, the cloud cover is in place. It's going to be chilly. be in the low 50s first thing tomorrow morning. By lunchtime, a few isolated light showers possible, especially along and south of the Highway 90 corridor. And that's just going to be the trend into tomorrow evening, low coverage there as well, and into Saturday night. But this is where we're expected to see more of that rain coverage increase into Sunday. So by 7 a.m. Sunday morning, still isolated here in the Alamo City, but off to our west, we may already start to see some of that scattered coverage increase, and that's just going to continue into Sunday afternoon, 5 p.m. That's working its way in from the south, moving farther up to the north. And as we see some additional energy move in from this area of low pressure approaching from the west, that widespread rain chance will continue into the Monday morning drive before we start to see that taper off by Monday evening. So yes, jackets and umbrellas needed, especially by the second half of the weekend's plans. In terms of just how much rain we could see with this second round closer to San Antonio, it's looking like some areas could pick up a quick inch, if not more, in localized spots. Higher totals expected off to our south as well as our east. All right, quick check in temperatures tomorrow morning. We mentioned, yes, you will want the extra layer. 53 at 7 a.m., 59 at lunchtime, 61 that forecast high by 3 to 4 o'clock. We may struggle to hit the 60-degree mark Sunday and into Monday with that rain moving in. But after that, we'll finally start to see some sunshine return by Tuesday. Temperatures respond by climbing into the low 70s as early as the middle of next week, Steve.
We'll be ready for the sun by Tuesday.
Definitely.
All right, what a game on KSAT tonight.
That was a fantastic game. Went down to the very final few seconds, and of course Johnson pulled it out. We'll have more on that one. Plus, we have Veterans Memorial taking on Burbank. James Peoples was a one-man wrecking crew tonight, and we have the Spurs, T-Wolves, and Wimby got his jam on tonight. Coming up.
Burbank cheerleaders. Welcome to the playoffs. You're watching this on Big Game coverage on KSAT. Go Bulldogs!
San Antonio Veterans Memorial versus Burbank is our game of the week, and this Class 5A D2 by-district showdown went down at the SAISD Sports Complex. The Bulldogs, who played District 14 5A2, went 9-1 during the regular season, 8-1 in district. The Patriots, who played District 13 5A2, finished the regular season 6-4 and 4-2 in district play. Let's get to those highlights, and this game was all Veterans Memorial. First quarter, Patriots running back James Peoples scores from 9 yards out, and the Pats lead 7-0. And that was the beginning of the huge night for the Ohio State Pledge. Next, Pats possession. The handoff goes to Peoples. He gets outside to his right, and the Bulldogs are not going to get him as Peoples breaks off a 65-yard touchdown run, and the Pats go on top 14-0. Second quarter, it's 21-zip Pats when Peoples does more damage to the Bulldogs D. He pretty much runs right up the gut for a 50-yard touchdown run to make it 35-0. And Veterans Memorial wins in a shutout 56-zip. Peoples had 209 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half alone because he sat out the second half.
Our offense, well, the talk was that we got to come out fast, and we can't wait for anything to happen. We got to make it happen ourselves. So our offense, we did our job. We came out fast, executed, and defense did their job too. As you can see, they put a donut on the board, and that's great for us, and we're looking forward to next week.
Over at Hero Stadium, a rematch from 2 years ago in the playoffs, New Braunfels and Johnson, which aired live right here in KSAT 12. This was a high-scoring contest. It was 21-17 New Braunfels at halftime. Fourth quarter, 24-23 Unicorns when Leighton Adams throws to Lance Beagley, 13-yard touchdown. That made it 31-23 New Braunfels. But Johnson comes back. 24 seconds left. Ty Hawkins heaves this up for the end zone where Bubba Johnson makes the catch, a 46-yard touchdown. That's the game winner. Johnson wins 36-31. How about that?
Here come your Reagan Rattlers.
Over at Comalander, number 2, Reagan taking on East Central. Rattlers strike first. Brad Jackson has some time, throws to a wide open Caleb Capuccio on the sidelines, and he's taking off. 43-yard touchdown. Reagan goes up 7-0, but the Hornets respond on the 11-yard line. Isaiah Mackey doesn't like what he sees, so he takes it himself. Well, watch him avoid every tackler, scoring from 11 yards out to tie the game at 7. Reagan would dominate after that to go up 34-7. In the final, the Rattlers get the dub 55-21. Let's go to Orm's Stadium, where the Alamo Heights Mules were hosting the Lockhart Lions in the Class 5A D2 by-district football contest. First quarter, the Mules kick things into high gear. The handoff goes to Michael Terry III. He breaks through the line and runs in for an easy 13-yard touchdown, and the Mules lead 7-0. Later in the first quarter, tied at 7 now, D.K. Garza takes the handoff, avoids a tackle, then he gets outside and down the sideline he goes for a 44-yard touchdown jaunt to make it 14-7 Mules, and Alamo Heights rolls 69-21. The Navarro Panthers are playing the YMLA Lions at Alamo Stadium tonight. Second frame, Lions quarterback Javion Allen throws under pressure, and his pass is intercepted by number 11 Gabriel Rangel inside the red zone, and he's taking that baby back all the way. He cuts back inside around the 35, and he's got open turf from there. That's an 88-yard pick six. Navarro leads this one 28-0, and Navarro is moving on 48-0. Time for a Class 6A Division I by-district showdown between the Brennan Bears and the Laredo United South Panthers at the Gus tonight. Second quarter, no score. The Bears are on the move. Michael Thompson gets the football, and he picks up some positive yards for the Bears. Moments later, Brennan caps off that drive with a touchdown pass. Caden Glass, with plenty of time to throw, connects with Donovan Lard. There it is, and the Bears lead 7-0 with 9 minutes left in the first half, and Brennan wins in a shutout 37-0. Let's move over to Ferris Stadium. Judson and Clark going head-to-head. Third quarter, this game all J-Rock. Cougars overthrow the receiver. Miles Davis picks it off, and he's bringing it back for the Judson Rockets. Now the Rockets return this into points. Elijah Favela with the shovel pass to Davian Watson, who scores the final from Ferris. Judson advances 27-7. Over at Dragon Stadium, Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial coming up to the Alamo City, taking on Southwest tonight. No score on the first one. Billy White III hits Ryan Wilson, and he does the rest, scoring a 20-yard touchdown, and he leaps over a tackler. Later in the half, handoff goes to Luke Moya, who scores from 2 yards away. 2-point conversion's good. It's 22-0 Corpus Christi when we depart, and CC Veterans Memorial takes the game 29-7. Take you out to Southside ISD Stadium as the number 7 Cardinals were hosting Victoria West. Second quarter, Warriors up. They just picked off Southside. They turn it into points. Camden Repper hits a wide open Zorian Barfield. That touchdown made it 37-15, and Victoria West is moving on 59-22. 'Tis the season for some playoff football, says Georgetown. The Eagles trying to upset Smithson Valley, who are on a 9-game winning streak coming into this one tonight. After a Georgetown field goal, the Rangers respond with Clayton Amaya booming this kick from 56 yards out, and he nails it. Next drive for Georgetown, fourth down. The Eagles fake the field goal and throws for the end zone, but it's intercepted by P.K. Moeller, and the Rangers would pull away to win this one by a final of 41-25. Over at Warrior Coliseum, Sam Houston Hurricanes were fired up for the second half, even though they were trailing 16-0, and the Piper Warriors D was on a mission to keep the Hurricanes out of the end zone. 3rd and 26. Sam Houston looking to go to the air, but Caden Glass and Hiram McCarter meet at the quarterback for the sack, and Piper would dominate this one. They go on to win 33-0. Wow, that was a jam-packed first block. Still to come, the BGC road trip with stops in Seguin and New Braunfels Canyon as our playoff coverage continues. But first, let's listen to the Marion High School marching band from last night. Well, welcome back. It's time now for the BGC road trip that sent Photog Eddie Latigo, reporter Mary Rominger to Seguin for a neutral site playoff game, followed by Cedar Park at New Braunfels Canyon. It is win or go home. Mary has more from Matador Stadium in Seguin.
This is the year Divine hopes to finally get past the by-district round, but Lago Vista is an experienced playoff team that will pose a big challenge right out of the gate. Let's get to the highlights. First drive of the game, Warhorse is facing second and long. QB Jacob Solik out of options, gets sacked, and Divine is eventually forced to punt. Soon after, Vikings back Noah Arambula explodes up the middle for a 53-yard sprint to the end zone. Lago Vista up early. Divine looking to its run game for a spark. A big run by Gabe Esquivel moves the chains for the Warhorses, but Lago Vista went on to get key stop after key stop to keep Divine out of scoring position. Now, upon arrival at Cougar Stadium, New Braunfels Canyon led Cedar Park 16-0 before turning the ball over on downs, and that's where we pick up the action. Cedar Park marching down the field, and the Timberwolves able to capitalize. Carter Wohl corrals the ball in the end zone to make it 16-7 Cougars at halftime. Third quarter, Cedar Park goes for it on 4th and 1, but it turns into a rushing touchdown to bring the game within 2 points, 16-14, and that's how things stood when we left.
Thank you very much, Amira. Let's check out those finals. Lago Vista wins at 42-12, and Cedar Park beats New Braunfels Canyon 20-16. For all your scores tonight, please head on over to biggamecoverage.com or the BGC app. It's Spurs game day and the first chance to see the new court being used for the NBA in-season tournament. First quarter, everyone get out of the way because here comes Wemby for the dunk. Spurs were up 5 after 1. Second quarter, Spurs' largest lead was up to 10, but the T-Wolves outscore San Antonio 14-8 to end the second. Anthony Edwards back to bank threes. It was 56-54 T-Wolves at the half. Third quarter, Minnesota goes off, outscoring San Antonio 34-19 in the quarter, going up by 17. Karl Anthony Towns had 29 points. Spurs lose 117-110. San Antonio has now lost 4 in a row. So up next, the Spurs will host the Miami Heat Sunday, 6 p.m. at the Frost Bank Center.
Busy night?
Yep.
Thanks, Larry. We'll be right back. One of San Antonio's longest holiday traditions needs your help. The annual Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving Dinner needs volunteers to feed tens of thousands of people for its Thanksgiving dinner via taking people to the event for free. It'll be at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center on Thanksgiving Day. If you want to sign up to be a volunteer, go to RaulJimenezDinner.com.
Great work that those people do. All right, taking a look at your 7-day forecast. Just isolated chance for a shower tomorrow. That changes, though, especially by Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, and early Monday morning. Chilly for the most part this weekend as well. Then we'll start to warm things up as we head into the middle to later portions of next week.
Thank you, Mia. That does it for the Night Beat. Don't forget, Good Morning San Antonio starts bright and early at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Have a great night. See you back here on Monday. Have a good weekend.